Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Ulysses, and today I want to talk about what bullying is and what effects it has on its victims. The main points that I want to reach today is what bullying is and what the different kinds of bullying there is, what effects it has on its victims, and if you think somebody's being bullied, what to look for if you think they're being bullied. Imagine every time you go to work or you go to school and you're constantly harassed and judged despite your best efforts to try to fit in. Well, victims of bullying have to live this reality every day that they step out the house. Have you ever been bullied? If so, do you remember the feeling? Well, if you have never been bullied, today you're about to step into the world in which victims of bullying live every day. First, I want to talk about what bullying is. Bullying is when somebody intentionally tries to harm or hurt another person, whether it's verbally or physically. And there are three main types of bullying. There is verbal bullying, physical bullying, and cyberbullying. Verbal bullying is when people use words in person to try to harm the other person emotionally, like using mean words that can lower their self-esteem. Physical bullying is when somebody uses physical contact to intimidate and harm and inflict damage on the other person, whether it's for entertainment or to get something out of them. Lastly, there's cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when people use the internet to try to degrade somebody online, and it can hurt their confidence when they're either online or in person. Now that you know the different kinds of bullying and what bullying is, let's transition to what effects it has on its victims. According to Ozdemir Metin on the article titled Bullies, Victims, and Bully Victims, posted in 2011 on ProQuest, Metin said that bully victims tend to show higher internal problems than those who were neither victims or bullies. Some effects that bullying may have on its victims is victims may become depressed. It can lower their ability to be happy, and it causes them to separate themselves from others. Another effect is a low self-esteem. People tend to be less sure of themselves when they are bullied because they can't feel comfortable around the people that they are interacting with. Another effect that may have because of bullying is trauma. When people tend to get bullied, they gain trauma, whether it's in the future, distant future, or tomorrow. It will make them become anxious and nervous to be around people and causes them to be less social. Despite all these effects, there is a way to minimize or stop the effects that bullying has on its victims. When you see bullying, there is something called a bystander. When you witness bullying, you are a bystander. And bystanders have a choice to either say something or say nothing. And it is important that bystanders say something because it can help protect victims of bullying. When you think somebody is being bullied, there are certain signs that you look for and certain cues that you may see and changes within a person if you think they're being bullied. Some changes that you may look for is a change in their behavior. They may act fine and they may be happy one day, within the next they're sad and they don't want to talk to nobody. And this is one thing to look for when you think somebody's being bullied. Another thing that you can look for is bruises or change of weight. When you see these are things that you need to ask them if they're okay, because sometimes when people are being bullied, they tend to stop eating or they tend to overeat because of the stress that that is brought upon them because of the bullying, or they might cut themselves or inflict self-harm if they are under under too much stress of bullying. The message that I want to leave with everyone is that bullying is a major problem and can change the way that a person thinks and feels and interact with the people and the environment that is around them. And I want everyone to know that it is important to know what it looks like so that you can protect your peers and your family and friends from bullying. Thank you.